So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have...
McAllister! Oh, that's fabulous! He's got himself an absolute peach. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
I just thought that was going to hit the outside of the post for a moment there, but it just curled enough to catch the inside for a very good strike.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Engages and forces him off the ball. And this is Shevchenko. Deftly away. Driving on and making... He'll try from distance! Oh, that wasn't far away. Rijkaard. Alex McAllister. Messi. And this is it's Ibrahimovic! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he shoots! Rijkaard. Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Out for a throw. Azar. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Ibrahimovic. And this is Messi. Messi! Oh, crossbar! De Bruyne. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now, who's going to be first to this? Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Looking for the run. And this is Shevchenko. And Shevchenko! Azar. McAllister has found the net here, of course. And it's McAllister to Marquinhos. Barcelona very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Tries a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. And it's Rijkaard. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Valverde. Nicely weighted ball. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, he's on his own! Gattuso! That's put paid to the danger. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Marquinhos. Rijkaard, who does have an assist to his name. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Ibrahimovic is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Mbappe. Gattuso. And the pass is intercepted. Azar. That has been slung wide. Pings in across. Tries to get it clear. Now it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Barcelona really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
And here's Mbappe. McAllister. Zanetti. Oh, such a clever touch. Messi. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Mbappe gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. And it's Roberto Carlos. Azar. Quality ball. And it's made its way to him. Zanetti picks it up out wide. Oh, nice touch. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Oh, he's taken it. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Barcelona go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Barcelona just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Barcelona definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter.
And De Bruyne! Great effort, but no way through. Pirlo. Now it's Messi. And he's worked it through. Cannavaro. Azar. Valverde. Pirlo. Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And here's Mbappe.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Rijkaard. It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot, there's the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Seedorf really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target.
Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now, can they get him away? Bale, and the shot! And that's it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Some really good ball movement. Puskás touches it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Looking for options for movement. It's a threatening ball. And Puskás! Denied by an instinctive save.
Puskás clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Bale with the clearance. And it's Azar. Cannavaro. Marquinhos. Oh, important interception. Pirlo wins the duel this time. Looking to play him in. And he's what? Shot, surely! Goal, Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
And now he has two. Milan with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Ambitious ball here. He can run onto that. And he's cut it out. Zanetti. Well timed, excellent interception. De Bruyne. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Puskás. And here's Mbappe. Nicely shaped ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Great vision. He's having a pop! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Messi gets flagged offside.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
No way through. Can he get on the end of this? And there's green grass ahead of him. Very nicely done.
Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And he's picked it up out wide. Pirlo. Azar conjures time and space where few can, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, 2014-15 certainly provided some terrific highlights for Lionel Messi's career showreel. Many claimed it was his best season ever. He did, of course, win the treble, and Jim, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Well, one of the pinnacles of his club career, Peter.
And what stood out for you? And a chance! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? And here's Ronaldinho. Shot a goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Ronaldinho actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. Deftly away. Busquets. And here's Neymar. That's good play. Looking for options for movement. And this is Ronaldinho. He's having a shot! Well taken goal. 2, and we've barely begun here. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
It's Luis Suarez! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they're threatening to fly away here. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
A case now of complete control.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And he's gone backward here, and it's Rijkaard. De Bruyne! Oh, brilliant save!
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Bonucci attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Puskas. And Puskas! Barcelona are 3 down and sinking. That has not gone well. Rijkaard. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Lahm. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and
the shot! Oh, it's hit the post! And that's off target. More and more pressure on the ball here. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, that's well spotted. Not the most convincing of passes. Xavi. And it's Lam. Messi. Now it's Ronaldinho. Tries to pass it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Shoots! Oh, that's a waste.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
Rijkaard to McAllister. And it's Messi. Great vision. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Lovely pass, but can he get there? De Bruyne with the clearance. It's their second corner of the game. Jordi Alba tries a shot! Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Hakimi. Puskás. And it's Totti. Now it's De Bruyne. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Neymar. Busquets is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now it's Luis Suarez. Well, that is one way to stop him. And he was quick to react. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, well measured. Xavi. Jordi Alba, who's set up one goal so far. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. And that is the end of the first half. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Barcelona not having the rub of the green at the moment. They are trailing. Puskás proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And again! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's not an especially good pass, that. It's a pretty loose pass. Totti, foot in.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And here's Van Basten. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Van Basten. It's Van Basten! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And that was very necessary. He's got away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Knocks it into space. Deftly away.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Nesta is pretty much... Oh, terrible pass! There's the shot! And there's a goal! And they are right back within touch! And a calamitous moment ends with the inevitable result.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So could they be onto something here? Neymar might just make this. Oh, it's Van Basten. Rijkaard. And it's Van Basten. Now it's Puskás. Busquets. Neymar in acres of space out wide.
That was lovely, that.
He's picked his way through. And it's Xavi. And he's there to make the challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Jordi Alba is looking to influence the game from out wide. Jordi Alba wins the duel this time. Ronaldinho powering forward here. That is good alertness. McAllister. Lam. Can he get onto this? Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Totti. Shot could be on. Real chance! Corner number 3 coming up. He's on it, can he get... Big chance! So their 4th corner of the game. They've played it short. Neymar. And now a sudden chance to counter. Distributed tidily. And it's Messi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Played into space. Oh, super find. Oh, super ball. McAllister in with the challenge. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Ronaldinho taking charge of the dead ball. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. They want to be quick to recover this. He's had it taken off him. That's a shade optimistic. Oh, now he can run away with it. Great chance! And that's a good finish. It's all becoming so easy. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So now the difference is 3. Now it's Luis Suarez. And it's Neymar. Manchester United have it back and can go again. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Puskas. Now it's McAllister. Hakimi. Puskas. And he's in on goal. De Bruyne!
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Busquets. 2 minutes to be added on. And it's Ronaldinho. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Not the most accurate pass. Driving on and making good progress. That's the end. Barcelona have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. Any reflections? So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So straight into the action. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Morgan Gibbs-White, Peter. He's someone who have an impactful presence. Always the stance.
Tries a shot! And the ball's come loose here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Van Dijk. Totti. And it's McAllister. And this is Dembele. Goretzka. Can he get it through? Totti. De Bruyne. Now it's Ferran Torres, looking for options for movement. Well, played right into his path. And he's there to get it away. Not the most accurate pass. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Totti, good purposeful running this. Zanetti, and it's Totti. Van Basten, great defending, strong and determined. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Dembele, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Van Basten, and it's De Bruyne. And he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Totti. Great vision. That's an excellent interception. And that has been knocked clear. Dembele. Little doubt, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And nicely intercepted. Now it's Van Basten. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres. And here's Dembele. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Watford definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Now it's Puskas. Puskas proves just a little bit too strong. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And it's McAllister. De Bruyne. And this is Van Basten.
Van Basten really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Van Basten. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Ferran Torres. Now that's well seen too. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. Barcelona have a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
He'll fancy himself from here.
He's got to have a go at this, and it looks straightforward.
De Bruyne!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Totti. Ferran Torres.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Puskas. Knocks it into space. And it's McAllister. Passing nice and neat. Oh, super! Oh, shooting chance! And he couldn't finish.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Now it's Puskas. Now, can they get him away? And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point.
Barcelona certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. So the action resumes.
Barcelona have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And this is Dembele. McAllister is the team's great visionary. De Bruyne. Van Basten. Now De Bruyne. And here's Zanetti. Now it's Totti. And he's had it nicked away. Shevchenko. Cannavaro demonstrating his defensive quality there. And it's Dembele.
Barcelona have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
McAllister. Oh, it's Dembele. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Rijkaard has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm. He is therefore off. No, that's been intercepted. Totti. Watford appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now it's De Bruyne. De Bruyne running with the ball. And that is expertly dealt with. Gets a good foot in there. Could move up a gear here. And he's picked out the run. He's in one-on-one. It's Dembele! Shevchenko! Andrei Shevchenko, the great Ukrainian goal machine! A finish of true class! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
The first breakthrough.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
No way through there. Turns back here, probably the best option. Nice sequence of passes, this. Shevchenko! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably. Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product.
It's Dembele! And it's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, this looks sharp. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, it's come loose. Yeah, he's fouled him there. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Hakimi. Totti. That has ended up in no man's land. He won't be happy with that one. Zanetti. And it's De Bruyne. And it's Totti. Puskás. He's cut it out. Oh, it's Dembele. So what can they make of this? And it's been played through. And the shot! He's been... Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Dembele at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
A case now of complete control. He's a sharp little ball here. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, that's well spotted. Zanetti. Pass somewhat off target. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. McAllister.
Such good technique.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Totti. And it's De Bruyne.
That was lovely, that.
To Havertz. Marquinhos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Totti. Puskás. And here's Van Basten. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Totti. Engages and forces him off the ball. Marquinhos calmly anticipates. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And this is Dembele. And that will be the final act. Barcelona have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.